Hi everybody. So I'm going to talk about the trip I went to India. I went in August of 2007. I was like 16 years old, and I went with my aunt and my uncle, my mom and my cousin, along with people from around the United States. We went with an organization called Good News India. I had mentioned it in my other video. It's a Christian-based group dedicated to transforming communities in eastern India. Their mission is to open residential homes for orphaned and/or destitute children before they are sold into bonded slavery, to establish intervention homes in eastern India to rescue children before they are sold into sexual slavery, to provide a haven for lepers and their children with food, shelter, clothing, medication, and education, and to connect with primitive, savage, and backward tribal people to bring social, spiritual, and economical transformation into their lives, and to conduct youth conventions and strategic leadership conferences. Most trips cost like $3,000-ish. That includes all their meals, tickets, hotels, if you want to call them hotels. They suggest bringing maybe $100 for any kind of souvenirs or anything you see, but it's not a trip that you're really shopping on. It's more for the experience than anything else. It's really hard to see people that way. We went when I was like 16, and the whole reason we got started in this organization was because my aunt and uncle are friends with the founder of Good News India. He is a pastor in Phoenix, Arizona. And my Uncle Larry and Aunt Bunny, they're a huge part of the organization, and they lost their son, Chris. He's my cousin. He had passed away in a freak accident, and instead of like donating flowers and stuff, they donate money. And then what they did after they got enough money for it was they built the Christopher House in India. So it's become kind of like this weird thing that we do, but I think it's amazing, like, for our family to deal with the amount of deaths we've had in our family. A few years after Christopher had passed away, my cousin Haley died, and they did the same thing. Is instead of donating flowers and stuff, people donated money, and then at the Christopher House we actually built Haley's playground for the kids and stuff. So it was really cool going there and seeing it, and they have a plaque up and stuff for them. It was an amazing experience. You go, and these people have nothing, and they throw the biggest festivals for you and like honor you completely. And we just are there to like encourage them to stay in school. People will come up to the orphanages and will ask the kids, like, I will pay you 5 cents a week or however much if you want to come work in the fields with us. And a lot of the kids will leave. So that's like the whole reason for our mission trips, is to tell them that they need to stay in school. And it might seem good now, but it's not going to be good in the long run. And we just talk to them through translators because they don't understand English. But they are the sweetest kids in the entire world. I completely fell in love with each and every one of them. Yeah, they cook this huge meal all day in this hut outside. And when I say that they have nothing, they literally have nothing. And they cook you the biggest meal ever when you come. And it's just amazing, and you have to eat it. And I'm just going to say it's not the best food in the world. And while you're eating, the kids put on a performance. They get all dressed up in their costumes and stuff, and they just dance their butts off. And it's beautiful. And then we're teaching them about the Christian religion, and they all pray. And the way these kids pray is just like, they cry, like tears coming out of their eyes as they're praying, because they're just so thankful for us and for our help. And it's just amazing. We took the kids, when I went there, we took everybody to the beach from one of the orphanages. which is really fun to see because a lot of them hadn't seen the beach before. And there was a camel, and we got to pay for them to ride the camel up and down the beach, and it was just beautiful. These little girls that are trying to be sold into sex slaves, it will just make you sick to your stomach. They're 3-4-year-old little girls that would have been sold off, and the people, the organization, they actually hide in these underground tunnels and take these girls that are trying, when they're trying to like transport them, they transport them in these underground tunnels. And it's just crazy. It's amazing. I would totally recommend going there. Everybody going there at least once in your life. I'm actually trying to go back there. They need anybody with any kind of medical knowledge just to do checkups, check their teeth, check their hearts. We try to bring medicine and stuff with us when we can. My aunt has a tradition of bringing, one year she brought the little bouncy balls, a little bouncy ball for all the kids. Another year she brought bubble gum. That was not the smartest plan because they had no idea what to do with it, but they loved it so much. And then my grandma made all the kids blankets, all the little girls blankets and stuff. So it's just a wonderful experience. I highly recommend it to anybody that would ever be interested. Go to goodnewsindia.org. It's amazing. Anyways, have a good day.